Hello beautiful gamers and welcome back to Townscaper. So we are starting again with a brand new canvas. I have been playing this game a lot behind the scenes and I've learned a lot, and I think we're ready to start a new town. I've had some pretty cool ideas, so we're going to try our best to realize them in our little Townscaper world. What I'm thinking is that we'll have a river that runs through. So we're going to start with making ourselves like a bit of a blank canvas. So I think we'll have our river 2 blocks wide. So the first thing I'm going to do is just create like a giant canvas for us to work on. I have discovered through my building escapades over the last few days that the best thing to do is start with, like, think big basically. I think building the more interesting, larger structures requires a lot of space, and the bigger you build things, the more kind of impressive and interesting your builds become. Okay, we've made a really bizarre shape. But that's cool because this could be like the edge. This could be a very cool shape to start with. So I think we're going to use the same color palette that we did in our previous game. So we're going to go with like blue, white, gray and beige are going to be our kind of staple. And then we're going to put in some blues, greens and purples. So we're going to start with white, I think. Beautiful. We've got some seagulls already. We're not going to worry too much about the height, just... Oh, sorry little seagulls. We're not going to worry about the height just yet. Actually, I think we'll stick with white. We'll see if we can make this a bit kind of symmetrical. Might be cool. Yeah, we're just going to put in kind of the foundation first. I don't think we should concern ourselves with the height just yet. We have our first garden. Beautiful. So now we're going to add some height to it. So let's do something like that, I think. Beautiful. See, this is something that I discovered, is if you do the outer edge first, then you raise it up and then you start putting things on the inside. I actually put this down. This was an accident. I meant to do that. Oh, okay, we've got walls already. So this is what I was saying earlier about how the bigger you build stuff, the more interesting it becomes. Now we've got to try and remember what colours we used here. Sorry, little seagulls, you're going to have to come back when I finished. Okay, and then back to our blue fella. Let's just experiment. So we've got some walls in here. Let's just experiment with some doorways. Beautiful. Now, there's something else I discovered is if you put doorways opposite each other. So it seems that you have to have grass first and then you put doorways opposite each other and then it will create a little footpath that goes through. I love these. So I think one path in this space would be good. I think if we put any more in, it might clutter the place a bit too much. So now we can try things like this, and it will add more walls in. I want to keep this white building kind of symmetrical. Very grandiose building. It looks like the bow of a ship, doesn't it? Yeah. Sometimes it does that, so you have to kind of be careful with where you put stuff. Yeah, it doesn't like it if we put those there. It'll let us do that, but then we get these really ugly girders, which again we're going to try to avoid. Just having a bit of a play with this. Not sure about how it looks on this side. It's a bit boring, isn't it? A bit more interesting. What happens if we put a little piece in there? I love these tiny little roofs. They're so adorable. And the blue. Oh, that's nice. We did lose a wall, but I think the roofs makes it look nice. Ooh, oh look, there's a little chair out there now. Oh, Very sweet. Okay, it stopped being symmetrical, but maybe, yeah. You see? You see? See what I was saying? Like, you start with an outline and you build upwards, and this was something pretty valuable that I learned whilst I was fiddling around with it. I managed to make some really cool stuff. I prefer that, actually. I know we've lost our kind of symmetricalness. What if we do that? We have our symmetry back. That looks so cool. I love the washing, the little washing line. Also, I noticed in the previous episodes during editing, I noticed I was using the word courtyard a lot to describe both a garden and a courtyard and a terrace. So I'm now going to separate those different things into those 3 different words because it's going to be a lot easier for you guys to understand what I mean. I knew what I meant, but you guys aren't in my head. A grassed area is a garden, a raised paved area is a terrace, and then a courtyard is a paved area that's at ground level. Yeah, sorry if that was confusing in the previous episodes. I will try my best to stick to that vocabulary from now on. Okay, so I think this little section then is complete for now. There's always a chance that I'll come back to it in a while and I'll be like, let's add some stuff to this. Let's make it taller. Let's make it wider. Okay, so our river is running through here, so I'm just going to build this up a little bit more. Okay, it's a very weird shape, but it's gonna be okay. Change my mind. I'm gonna make it wider. We've started building on a bit of a weird axis, I think, because this just wants to curve around. Not to worry. Weird shapes make for interesting results. So I want to put a building that goes across the river. Maybe not there. Here. Yes, we do have a girder, but I'm going to let that slide just because the width, obviously, if it's wider than 1 block across, then you get a girder instead of an arch. Yeah, it's super ugly, but once we've built it up and attached it to other things, then I think it'll be fine. I was thinking is that and then this. Oh, hello. Okay, that's nice. I think in some cases roofs look better than terraces. Okay, so this is our outer edge of our town. I quite like that there's a path that runs between the ocean and then the buildings rather than the buildings being right up against the railing. I think in some instances it can be nice like that because it can't, it sort of forces people to walk through the tunnel, and then there's the tunnel that goes through there into here, and then you can walk through. Maybe we could put something here. This is sweet, these little stairs. This tiny little window down here, like a little half window. Look at all our seagulls. Okay, let's map out another huge piece of land and kind of see what shape we end up with. Maybe this could be the outer edge of town because we've ended up with these like docks. Could they be docks? Don't know how we'd make them look like docks though. So never mind. Change my mind. Should have some bridges that go over as well. So maybe we'll put one here. It's a nice spot for one. Or maybe we can extend this bit out. Okay, this is a really cool piece of land that we could use, so maybe do something here. Ideas forming. Please hold. Okay, so we're just going to do the outline and then we're going to put archways and things in as we go. So... no, it didn't, because this is there. So if we fill that in, and then we'll get a big garden. We need to build these up. Okay. Yeah, as soon as you start making buildings tall, then it will start putting in garden, like garden walls. Good, okay. And then one here, because it's not opposite. Here, and here. No, it didn't give us one, because again, it's not opposite. My plan is starting to fall apart a little bit. I think we'll just have to kind of just keep playing with it until we get what we want. So if we made this building... There we go. Okay, now we have one path going through to the other side. I just realised my camera is actually super dark. I hoped I might get away with not using my light today because it's just blazing the sun right in my face. Really wanted to have an arch going through here. Maybe if we take this out and do that. Yeah, okay, that's good. So now I want a path run from there to there, or there to there, here. Oh, cool. Okay, that added in a path. Nice. So you just have to like fiddle with it until you get what you want. I wonder if we take this out and have this building run like that. It's not quite what I had in mind. Oh, come on. Yes! Oh, okay, we did it. It's not... it's not really what I had in mind, as is often the case. We have our path that goes through there now. Oh, because we lost our spire here. Do we want a spire there? Is that a bit mental? Is that too tall? Or do we just leave it like that? No, I think we'll leave it like that because it blends in a little bit better, I think. It doesn't draw the eye. This building here draws the eye, which is probably what you want your eye to be drawn to. And then this double arch here looks very grandiose and cool, so we'll leave it like that. Let's change this piece of wall here out, I think. Oh, you know what? Never mind. We have a little split path going on. Some more walls. Got a little beehive over here. I think what I'm about to attempt to do is going to be way too much, but just creates like a little... Yeah, actually, I like that. Look at these two. They're having like a standoff. I love that. He's like... These two in the foreground just like, what are you guys doing? Yeah, okay, I really like that actually. Again, it makes things a bit more interesting. Cool, okay, and then we got an archway so you can walk around here. I think that is a brilliant start to our new town, and a town it will be, definitely. I have some big plans for this town. I'm thinking, just a little sneak preview into my brain, what I'm thinking is I want to try doing a garden that is like a ring, and then inside that a raised area, and then have a garden on top of that, a bit like a layered cake. Yeah, what a great start. I'm really happy with the beginnings of our beautiful little town. So thank you so much for being here with me today. I appreciate your beautiful faces as always. I'd like to just take this opportunity to thank my beautiful patrons over on Patreon for supporting me. It really means a lot to me. Thank you so much, everybody. And, you know, if you want to maybe check out my page, link is in the description below. Go and check out my Patreon page. I'd be very grateful. Thank you so much. Remember that you are valued and you are important, and I will see you guys in the next one.